And here we go from Chicago. Brooks now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
Give a lot of credit to Jordan last year. Worked through a bunch of injuries over the course of the season. Remember, the Packers were down and had to claw themselves back to the playoffs. And this kid's averaged almost 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns a year the last 2 years as a starter. A big reason why they've made the postseason both times.
Love now on 1st and 10. Throw right side, and Dobbs has it. Up the sideline he goes at the 35. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and it'll give the Packers the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Kicks the handoff, now Love. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Now Love on the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was, how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
2nd and 10, Love trying again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I can promise you that is a throw. It's a quarterback when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB can cut off and take the other way.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. He's trying to push the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're staring at 4th and long. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked 1st overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
His rookie season last year, Kate, a reminder that no matter how talented you are, this league can humble you. And it didn't help being the most sacked quarterback in football as well. But remember, 3,500 yards and 20 touchdowns, he showed glimpses of what I know Chicago wants more of this year.
Coming out throwing is Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down Bears.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
We motion the tight end over. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. Jukes away from one. Running down the left side. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Going on again with Swift. And this play one.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, in the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.
Williams from the gun. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Williams with the sneak. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have fourth down coming up.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in '04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a first down. Come on, boys.
All right, they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Fourth down, Williams. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on fourth, and it's going to go over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Packers taking the field now. Their second series of the game coming up. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 26 yards there. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Love now, off the play action. This is on target to Christian Watson. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
That's one of those plays, Kate, where every position on the offense gets a gold star. They all did their job, enough protection to allow the quarterback time to find his receiver, who went all the way from the right side of the field to the left side of the field to do some damage.
And gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Four guys out wide. Here we go, 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Taking a chance to the end zone. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers go up 6-0 here in the first. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. Right on the edge of the goal line for first and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a first down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Josh Blackwell to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense out there for their second drive of the contest. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on fourth down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
These two NFC North teams have played one so far. 7-0 is our score. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Williams. Outside by Burden. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
He's going to run here. Kyle Monunga. And he's encouraged out of bounds after that 9-yard gain. So that's going to make it 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it as they take him down for a loss. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Williams to throw on 3rd. Completed over the middle. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Bears.
And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down, Williams. He puts some juice on a deep throw. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a roll the dudes, a touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or two high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears tie this game 7-7.
Cairo Santos.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Looks now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Packers are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Doubs. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
First down throw, here's Love. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up here. To the air with Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Play fake, it's Love. That's into the hands of Dobbs. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Play action, Love. This one taken in by Kraft. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of gain.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. And not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Soldier Field after this. All set to go now from the 35. Going to the ground again on first. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Love from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide by Love. brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Love out of the shotgun. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get some late points and the lead. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bears 7.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Devin Duvernay to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Bears going on offense here late in the half. With the time remaining, let's see if they can get this into field goal range. First call here coming from the shotgun. Motioning the tight end now. Here's Swift to start the drive. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Now Williams. Hits him on the out route. And this one doesn't go far. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Now throw, 3rd and long. Check down into the hands of Swift. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Torrey Taylor on to send this one away. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. Starts his return from the 23. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. They're up by 7. Let's see if they choose to rest on that and just go into the locker room. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Love now on 1st and 10. This is Reed working the right side. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Timeout taken by the Packers, their third and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
First down, Packers.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's Love. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield strike. Ruben Hippolyte the second, able to bring him down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. On now is McManus to kick this away. Blackwell now to return it. Showing a little burst so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. Here comes the offense for the Bears to begin the second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Swift. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to it. And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Staying grounded with Swift. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Williams from the gun. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But and that's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches. Williams with a quick pass out wide. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's Williams. From pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it's Step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. But that's a situation where you got to know on first down, it's not time to be creative, especially if you feel the heat coming defensively. Just find a way to throw that sucker in the first row.
Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on second and goal. To throw is Williams. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bears is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. You've got three tight ends out there now. Here's third and goal. Here he goes, third and long. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
So on fourth down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. They're going to mark this as a 24-yarder. Santos' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Nice to pay off any drive with some points. And able to trim the lead slightly there the first time out in the second half. And even if they can't get into pole position, they just want to keep this thing close.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And this is Savion Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Packers all set to get back out there. Green Bay offense to the line now. First and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he needed his 6 yards to begin this one. We've got second and 4.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up second and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Last run got him 7. Here comes second and 3. Shotgun now for Love. That's him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Thrown on first down, Love. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Putting the tight end in motion. Second and 10, Love trying again. Short pass brought in. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Complete to number 88, Luke Musgrave. That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 2.
Bears in the nickel, third down. Here he is on third and short. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
The Packers send out their punting unit. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. And that gets out of bounds down inside the 20. It looks to be at about the 17-yard line. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Offense to line, this is 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. We've set it down from 37. Toss play, Swift. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Rolling from the gun here. Into traffic, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
3rd down, here's Williams. Complete right side, Burton has it. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. They'll run it with Swift. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. So they hit him for 5 yards on 4th down, and they get the successful conversion.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Now bringing tight end in motion right. Off the play fake, Williams. This is brought in. Big gain here for Loveland. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
From the red zone on first. Completed to his running back. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
To the ground, it's Manunga. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
A gain of 6. That's another Bears first down.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
To throw, Williams. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for second and goal. So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on second and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
And the shotgun, a give to Swift. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Only a yard on the game there, and now it's going to bring up third and goal from the 4.
1 yard on the play.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Back to throw it. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a fourth-quarter lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears push their lead to 3.
Bears 17. Packers 14.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just serves it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. And it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Love from the gun. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Complete to Romeo Dobbs. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 27-yard line.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Man in motion out of the slot. On second down, Jacobs. And call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's third down. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Packers down by only 3. To the line. Here's third and 3. Looking to throw. Pass brought in by Watson. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. It's a gain of 22. And it'll give the Packers the first.
First down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Green Bay.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver delivered.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Connects on the crosser. Running in the red zone. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minutes.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now.
Bears 17.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Bears about set for their next possession. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here he is to throw. He's got more once again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6. And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We've set it downs from 37. Setting up to pass. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. To the air yet again, Williams. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Time not on their side here as they get set for first down. No timeouts remaining either. Again, it's Williams. This is Loveland working the right side. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Edgerrin Cooper on the coverage.
Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Here he is to throw. We'll put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
All right, down by 4. They got to have this one on 4th down. Desperation time here. It's intercepted. That will do it. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to